Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Southwest NASCAR Series live stream. Today just so happens to be the Southwest NASCAR Series Open. We're going to be going racing from the Charlotte Motor Speedway, hopping into a quick race for once. Running the Open, and a reminder that 7 cars make it into the final event, which is obviously the Southwest NASCAR Series All-Star Race. So we can take a look at some of these cars. You'll notice that there are some, that a lot of these cars resemble, and by a lot I mean all but like 2, resemble the jerseys of various sports teams. And the reason for that is because for the All-Star race we're running, we asked all of the drivers to run their favorite sports team as a paint scheme for the race today. 7 drivers from this open race make it into the final show. And so those cars will become part of the field in the All-Star race. Plus, then we also get a peer vote, or fan vote in this case, because we're all kind of fans. Let's be real. But yeah, so after the conclusion of this race, we will open up a vote to everybody, including drivers, to vote for their favorite driver to make it into the All-Star race. And just thought I'd also mention, each person can only vote once for their favorite driver. So, let's hop forward to the race. Let's go through the starting order for the
drivers
All-Star
to your cars.
Getting the pole for today's activities, the 99 Golden State Warriors car of James Youngaman. P2 goes to the Ford Performance car, number 13 of Matt Wynn, one of the few non-sports team schemes for this race. The row 2 belongs to the 22 of Sam Blaney, I'm not going to correct pronounce that name. Yeah. And then
Matt Wynn? Is that who you're looking for? Matt Wynn?
What? No,
Wait,
I'm looking for Sam's team.
Oh, okay.
Team, and I'm not going to even try to pronounce it because I can't even pronounce George's last name correctly. Emily Winters rolls off 4th in the number 15 Toronto Maple Leafs Toronto Raptors car. And then, right behind her,
Toronto Maple Leafs, Toronto Blue Jays car,
is the Toronto Raptors with Cole McElmoyle in the 61. And then, ironically, in 6th is another Toronto Raptors car. That's Winterwolf in the 88. P7 is the 7 car of Carlos Tavares running that New York Yankees car. And then Brendan Delpino rolls off in 8th. Driving the Atlanta United, Chevrolet Camaro. I don't know why that took me forever. Then, none other than Matt Vanswicki rolling off in 9th in the number 2 Pittsburgh Steelers car. And then another of the few non-sports team cars for the 26. That's Matthew Nile in the Miller Lite car. Light Yagami rolling off in 11th in the number 10 Manchester United Toyota Camry. And then it's the 5 of Pace and Avery in the with the main Mustang. Then the 12 of Parker rolling off in position number 13, representing the defending Stanley Cup champion St. Louis Blues. And then the 44 of Reaper of Hope rolls off in 14th, repping the Los Angeles Kings. The 3 Dallas Cowboys Chevrolet Camaro of Brian Anders rolling off 15th. Ben Pearson, the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, number 11 car, rolling off in 16th. 17th belongs to the number 39 San Jose Sharks car of Ad. And then rolling off next to him is the number 8 San Jose Sharks car of DNP_10. And then further back in 19th is the Thermopolis Bobcats 27 car of Garrett Shima. And then in 20th, I believe, yes, 20th, is the number 9 of Chris Canavan. 21st belongs to the number, oh, that you did. I'm probably gonna have to, we'll see if George makes it into the final race. I did make a scheme for him, and if he does make it into the final race, then you'll see it for the All-Star race. But if he doesn't, then I'll show it after this race. The 24 Liberty University are supposed to be Mexico soccer. And then the number 1 San Francisco 49ers car of Max Weissner rolling off in 22nd. And last is Robot Spider in the 25. Well, we expect this to be a wild and crazy one. What are your predictions for tonight's Open?
Prediction is that 90% of the cars are going to wreck. That's my prediction. If you want my prediction of the winner, who the hell knows? I'm going Robot Spider. Screw it. If he stays in the back long enough and he avoids the wrecks, he's going to win this race, man. Sure. I'm going with Rob to make the All-Star race. I'm going to go with Robot, obviously, is my winner. I'm going to go with that 7 car, Carlos Tavares. I'm going to go with the 42 of Brendan Del Pino, the 5 of Pace and Avery,
Drivers,
the 8 of
start
DNP.
your engines!
Myself, because, haha, you know. And I'm going to go with the 12 of Parker to make the All-Star race.
I'm going to say that the 3 Toronto cars, plus the 2 Sharks cars, as well as that 24, just because I said he may make the All-Star race. And then I'm going to say that 1 car going to make the final show, but it's gonna be wild and crazy. Who the heck knows what's gonna happen? But the field rolls off here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Southwest Open. Now, fun fact, all of the drivers in this race have yet to score a win this season. Under the regular season, not in regular season points races. The 7 drivers who have already scored wins are already into the All-Star race, and that would be the 54 of Coaster Enthusiast, the 19 of Sharon Kyle, the 18 of Adrian Mobley, the 14 of Ryan Boyer, the 77 of Flashy McClashy, and the 78 of Greninja Talonflame, as well as the 4 of Muse Better. Green flag is in the air. We're underway for the Southwest Open, and let's see how many laps they make it before the first caution flag flies. And so far, so good. They make it through the first lap of this race clean and green, but they're going to be 3 wide for the top position here as they head off into turn number 1. They might be 4 wide coming off of turn 2. Car on the wall, it's the 22. Somehow they gather it back up. No caution flag, but we'll see if they can continue racing as aggressive as they have been so far this early in the race. The 7 of Carlos Tavares had been on the bottom, but look who's your race leader. It's none other than Cole McElmoyle riding around in that number 61, but he won't be there for long. 13 gonna get to his inside. They'll head down the back straightaway, 2 and 3 wide throughout this field. And I think Matt Wynn is gonna have this race lead when they get off of 4. On the outside wall, they're right behind the 99 and the 26, and I believe the 24 gets caught up. Caution comes out first thing, lap 4. And they had just crossed the line right before the caution came out, or after the caution had come out. And so they will wait for this pace car. But let's take a look at this first wreck.
The 26 wrecked out. That's what you get for not having an all-star scheme.
I guess.
Just kidding, of course.
Obviously not rigged.
Totally not rigged.
It actually happens up further, I think. The 22, yeah, it's the 22, the 99 getting together, and then the 11 comes back across the racetrack. Creeper of Hope gets caught up, and then the 26 and 42 hit that outside wall a ton. So a 6-car pileup. Take another look at it. You can run 3 wide around this racetrack, but you gotta be careful when you're in that outside lane, because these cars tend to get a little bit tight, slide up the racetrack, and hit that outside wall, and then it's all you can do to try and keep it from coming back across the racetrack. And there you see the 99 and the 11 getting together as a result of the 22 hitting the wall, coming back across, and then the 99. Pretty good job, though, the 22 to really salvage this race car, and then I think the 8 actually gets through this pretty safe.
Yeah, DP did a good job getting through there. He was on the bottom of 4 wide and just found a gap, shot it, and made it through. You said all the Toronto cars are going to make it to the end. Gosh, Winter nearly didn't. He was just behind that 99 when this caution came out, or when they spun. 99 slides across the racetrack. It just narrowly misses that 88.
And isn't that kind of ironic how the 88 of the Toronto Raptors gets through, but the 99 of the Golden State Warriors gets caught up?
Correction, the Golden State losers. Take a bow.
Well, temper is probably going to be flaring even more when repping sports teams. Drivers, a lot of people get a bit spirited when it comes to their favorite sports teams. Still under the caution flag here from Charlotte. But so far the car's out of this race. The 44 Creeper of Hope, which is one LA Kings car out of this race, one more to, and one is already in the All-Star race. So let's hope that that trend of Kings cars failing to finish continues. And then the 26 out of this race, and we already mentioned before, he's not repping anybody with that Miller Lite car. And he purposefully chose not to run a sports scheme. Says that he is, quote, not into any sport other than NASCAR.
This proves why you got to choose a sport team.
Looks like the 24 actually was able to really gather that car back up. Made the repairs he needs to. And it looks like he's actually going to be able to continue. Little to no damage on that car. Lights out on the Dodge Challenger Hellcat pace car. And so Matt Wynn will lead them to the green flag. Cole McElmoyle running second. The 7 of Carlos Tavares in third. Light Yagami fourth. And then Brian Anders running out your top 5. Then Parker is in 6th. And add the last car to make it in if the race ends now. Remember that the top 7 make it into the All-Star race, and then we have the peer vote for the remaining drivers who would otherwise not make it into the final event here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So after we get a few of those cars knocked out of the field, do you have anything else or any other picks to make it into this thing?
I don't know. We're only going to get like 20 more of those, so I don't know. It's really hard to say. It really is, because the thing about Charlotte is guys think they can go 3-4 wide. Yeah, there's enough room on the racetrack, but it gets really tight on corner exit, and you just can't hold it down and get in the wall. And yeah, it's just, I don't even want to put a prediction out there because I probably won't even get one with my luck. So.
Well, Cole McElmoyle dropped to the inside on the restart, takes first away from the 13 of Matt Wynn as they continue to slice and dice here from Charlotte. 3 wide, 4 wide almost, there through 4. There's contact and around goes the 10 of Light Yagami. Let's see who he picks up this time. I don't think he caught anybody. And Ben Pierce nearly hit the 10. As he slides back across the racetrack, we're back under caution.
Ben Swiss used one of his holes to get through that.
And more contact under the caution flag. The 1 of Max Weisner and the 24 of George Uriarte getting together. Wonder if there's a bit of unrest between the two of them. It stacks up everybody else. Luckily, nobody seems to have gotten together. I think everybody will be able to continue from that. But let's see what happens with this 10 car to bring out the second caution of the night.
Put the leaderboard to the top.
Yes, sir. Again, I go 3 wide. 10 gives the 13 no room, and he pays the price. It almost looked like the 3 of Brian Anders was going to take him 4 wide, but I think Anders, seeing the best decision for himself, backed out of it. And Light Yagami was committed at that point, forces the 13 into the outside wall, gave him no room, and the 10 of Light just gets turned by the 13 of Matt Wynn. And look at this 3 getting by the 10. That is as close as you're going to get to getting hit by a spinning race car. And then everybody else gets by unscathed.
That's what you call talent right there.
And even the 22 gets by this 10. I don't know how he does it. And it looks like all the 13 got was the outside wall. I bet he'll be able to continue. And that 10 will likely be able to continue because he doesn't have terrible damage other than the front end. Let's ride on board with that number 3 car as this wreck unfolds in front of him. Everybody just scatters and somehow miraculously able to make it through. So after that caution flag, nobody actually gonna take their car behind a wall, and I think Light's not even gonna hit pit road or repair his machine. But Cole McElmoyle, your race leader. P2 is the 7 of Carlos Tavares. P3 belongs to the 12 of Parker. The 27 is P4. Then P5 is the 3 of Brian Anders. Add P6. And the 15 of Emily Winters in 7th. Those are the cars that would make the All-Star race, should they be in those positions at the end of this thing. 2 cautions so far. I get the feeling that we will get some green flag laps in later in this thing. Hopefully on this restart, we'll get some good clean racing. Everybody's single file. A lot of great paint schemes for this race. It's always so much fun making all of the sports team paint schemes, just because it's kind of cool to recreate the different jerseys for different teams and just see the see what comes out of that. For those of you who are wondering when the All-Star race starts, it's gonna start 2 hours after the start of, well, 1.5 after this race was, or after this race was scheduled to start of 2:30, so it'll be or 5:30 Eastern. It'll be a 7 o'clock start Eastern Standard Time. That'll be a 4 o'clock start for those in the Pacific time zone. Cole McElmoyle gonna lead them to the green flag. Into the Geico restart zone. We're back underway. Carlos Tavares in a great spot to try and take the lead away on this restart. They head off down into turn number 1. The 61, your race leader. Ad gonna make the first double file battle, dropping to the inside of the 3. He wants to get up and win this thing. And then the 15 are gonna try and take advantage of that move as well. 7 got a nose in there, and he's gonna be able to get the spot. We get a clean lap here on the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll see how long this clean green racing lasts. I think they're about to go 3 wide for the race lead. The 12 is in the outside wall, and they're all over the place in the back. And as the 7 takes the lead away, the 27 gonna have a look. They'll get it all sorted out by the time they bring it through 3 and 4, so we stay clean and green, but side by side for the top positions, and now they're gonna be 3 wide again. The Toronto Maple Leafs car of Emily Winters gonna slot up the inside. And now she's going to be forced 3 wide by the 24 car. And if that 24 does make it into the All-Star race, you'll see his Mexico soccer number 24 car. And now the 2 San Jose Sharks cars are right next to each other on the racetrack, 6th and 7th respectively. And they both make their way past that 15 car up into the top 5. 24 hits the outside wall, and he'll drop all the way out of the top 7. And actually, we have a caution. It looks to be a problem with the 15, the 12, and the 5 got caught up as well. Caution out for the second time, or for the third time tonight. Let's see what happened. It's just another matter of him going 3 wide through, looking for turn 3. And this happens at the back with a bunch of the cars that have damage. And so the 5 and the 2 get together. The 5's going to slide up the racetrack, collects the 12, and it's just those two getting together in turn number 3. And then actually the 13 gets tagged, but he's able to save it. And then both the 5 and the 12 go completely around. So not the day that the number 12 wants, repping those St. Louis Blues, but it's the day he's having. Just another unfortunate casualty of this race. Bill.
Well, so far this race has been wreckfest, like I had predicted. You know, some of my drivers that I'd predicted to make it into the All-Star race are up there. Some probably won't, like that 12 car. You know, he was strong early on, but after this caution, I just don't see him coming back. Seems like that 61's been able to keep it up there. You know, he's been running on that outside lane, but he's maintained third position here. It's looking pretty good. Fourth position, sorry. That 8 car came from the back of the pack. He's currently right behind him. He's looking strong. He was one of my picks to make it into the race. And currently, DNP's favorite paint scheme is up front, Max Weisner.
A lot of Bay Area teams inside of the top 7 here, with the exception of the aforementioned 99, who's all the way back in 16th place, and based on the state of that race car, doesn't look like he's going to be trying to join the Bay Area Unite thing going on up inside the top 7 anytime soon. But like I said, the Sharks car's doing well, and so are the Toronto cars. As mentioned at the start of the race, I predicted that all 3 Toronto cars, as well as both Sharks cars, would finish inside the top 10. They're just 1 spot shy of being in that exact position right now. Emily Winters in 8th. If she can get up to 7th and knock the 24 out, then my prediction in the pre-race would be pretty much spot on.
That was a bold statement because that means there's only 2 other cars that could make the show from what you from those cars. Man, I don't know about that. That's gonna be crazy. Those 5 cars are gonna get lucky.
The 2 other cars that I named after that were this 1 car who is the race leader, and then the 24 who's sitting in 7th right now. The only car that I did not name in the pre-race that is currently inside of the top 7 is this number 9 car, Chris Canavan, and boy would he like to prove me wrong. A lot of action has taken place so far in this race. I'm hoping that, and I'm sure you guys are too, I'm hoping to see some more green flag racing than what we've seen so far. A lot of the test races have seen about 2 cautions, and we've already seen 3. Maybe you're not even in the open. You're in the All-Star race. We'll talk about your car when we get to it. It's gotten quite late in this race. We will be taking 14 laps to go in this one once we hit the green flag. And so we'll see if they can make it clean and green all the way to the finish. But the thing that we've talked about all season long, that point of no return. Build, when is it?
So then 5 laps, unless it's at a road course, and I think it's 3 laps. But if they get to lap 29, maybe 30, Caution comes out, race ends, top 7 will, or the top 7 finishers go on to the All-Star race. But I really want to see this thing come down to the wire, man. Like, I think we're going to have a really close finish here, something similar to Atlanta. I don't know. It's going to be crazy.
I don't know that it's gonna be Atlanta close, but I expect it to be a pretty good finish here as they roll on double file through turns 3 and 4, and they're gonna be clean and green so far through that turn. The Sharks car of Ad trying to spice things up, but Chris Gannaman gonna drop to the inside of the San Francisco 49ers with the Miami Dolphins. Both of those cars in the same league. He wants to get that Lombardi trophy, I guess, but he's going to have the top spot for the moment. And then the 88 going to drop to the inside, take the race lead away. They're 3 wide for second. Contact made. And the 9, just like that, plus the 1, all fall out of the top 7. Those guys may not make the final show. And in the meantime, the 8 gonna drop to the inside of the 88. The Dale Jr. former numbers going at it from Charlotte. And I think we might run clean and green for the, oh, I thought I saw a caution flag. We stay green. Now this 50 car gonna try and get to the inside of the 8. 2 NHL teams going at it up here in the top 7. Top 2, in fact. And there goes Winters to the bottom of the racetrack. Ad has made his way back inside of the top 7, rebounding after his incident. So the battle for the bubble is between the 24 and the 88 for the moment. 8 gonna fall all the way to 4th, side by side with another Sharks car back here as the 88 looking to close in on that top group. Right now the outlier of from my pre-race is the 24 and the 3 as they continue to battle side by side for the race lead. But
can I add something here? That 25, he started last. He's up there now. He was my prediction to be the race winner, and there he is, right up front.
Predictions. It's all about predictions, it seems, this race, and the 8 has already fallen all the way to 9th. But as we've seen throughout this race, it's not too difficult to get up there from outside of the top 7. So I think it's really anyone's race at this point. The number 39 takes the lead away from the 25. Sharks and Rangers going at it. And now they're 3 wide for... They were for 3rd, now they're for 5th. In the outside wall is the 25. That's going to relegate him outside of the top 10. The 8 going to be back inside, trying to get into the final show. The last car shown in the All-Star race right now is the 2, side by side with the 15. And I think Emily Winters gonna take that All-Star berth away from him for the moment. He hit lap 29. I think that win and overturn gonna be coming up this next time by the start finish. But they're all over the place in the back here. It's anyone's race, and right now, for all of these guys, it's not so much about winning this thing as it is staying inside this top 7, and the 27 trying to do just that. But oh, by the way, lap traffic.
It's just crazy. Like the 3 car, from what I'm seeing on the stream, is a decent lead, and then it's just a pack, and they're just swarming trying to get to that top 7. Man, it's crazy.
Anybody's race. From basically, the 3 cars, the only certainty at the moment. Everybody else, and this lap car gonna shake things up a little bit. Not too terribly much. He's actually gonna block everybody behind this 25 car, and that's gonna split the top 10 away from everybody. And in fact, that top 10 becomes the top 7, so the bubble spot is between the 24 and the 2. That 24 is falling to the clutches of possibly the 7, the 2, or the 5. But they've gone single file throughout the rest of the top 7. We'll see. And now they're side by side for third. The 88 trying to take that spot away from the 27. He wants to finish in better positioning, but right now that's not the main battle. Right now the main battle is going to be back here, and they're 3 wide for 8. All 3 of those guys wanting to make it into this race. And a lot of them with damage as we take the white flag here. And it looks like the cars making it into the All-Star race will be Brian Anders, Emily Winters, Winterwolf, Garrett Shima, the 25 of Robot Spider, the 8 of DNP, and the 24 of Giorgio Riardi. And so, the 3 wins the All-Star Open. Let's see if he can repeat his magic in the All-Star race. An hour from now. So the top 7 make it in. Now it's time for the fan vote. Brian Anders.
I got 8. Rig.
Brian Anders, Emily Winters, then that 88 of Winterwolf, the 25 of Robot Spider, the 8 of DNP, the 27 of Garrett Shima, and the 24 of George Uriarte make it in. Just missing this race is the 61 of Cole McElmoyle. The 22 is done, the 5 is done, the 2 is done, the 12 is done. And a lot of cars missing this race. The only car finishing a lap down was Ben Pierce. And so we say goodbye to some of those drivers. Cars are not making this race: Cole McElmoyle, Sam Blaney, Payson Avery, Matt Vanswicki, Carlos Tavares, Brandon Del Pino, Max Weissner, Matt Wynn, James Youngerman, Chris Ganaban, Ben Navarro, Parker, Ben Pierce, Creeper of Hope, and Matt Nile, unless they were to get voted into the All-Star race by the fan vote. Now, I don't know if we want to stream the fan vote or not.
No, we'll just stop streaming and we'll come back.
Well, we'll be back. Before we get into the All-Star race, though, I'm going to show you guys putting in the cars that need to get put in to the final show. Obviously, Brian Anders making it in. Then the next car on the list is Emily Winters in that number 15 car. Mew wants a stream. I don't think we're gonna get one. George Uriarte, and I actually am just gonna straight up put his scheme in now. So here's the 24's car that should have been run in the Open, was not. That's my bad, but he gets it in the All-Star race, which is gonna be more publicity with 84 laps from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Robot Spider, I believe, made it in. Yes, he did, finishing 5th. So he'll be added to this All-Star race roster. And then finishing in 6th was the 8. And I believe I have everybody picked up. So we got 12. more cars that I've got to find. Gotta find myself. There. Nope, that's not it. Winters we got. Winter we got. Hiroshima and the 27 we did not get. And there's me. So we'll get myself. And then find that 27 car. Those are the guys.
Uriarte made the All Star race, right?
Yep. There's the 27. So there are your All-Star race drivers. We've got room for one more, and that'll be decided by the fan vote. So Brian Anders in the number 3 Dallas Cowboys Chevrolet Camaro. Muse Better in the number 4 Clemson Tigers Ford Mustang. Ryan Boyer in the Muse Better in the number 4 Clemson Tigers Ford Mustang, the Daytona 500 winner. Ryan Boyer in the number 14 Haas Automation Ford Mustang, winner at Dover in the Gander Outdoors, the Gander RV 400. And then Emily Winters in the number 15 Toronto Maple Leafs Chevy Camaro. Adrian Mobley, two-time winner in the Florida Gators Toyota Camry, won the Coca-Cola 501 as well as the Pocono race. Sharon Kyle hits us up with the 19 Chicago Bulls Dodge Challenger, won the Bowman Gray 250. Yeah, the Bowman Gray 200. George Uriarte in the number 24 Mexico Soccer Chevrolet Camaro. Then Robot Spider in the 25 New York Rangers Chevy Camaro. Garrett Shima in the number 27 Thermopolis Bobcats Ford Mustang. Coaster Enthusiast won a week ago at Atlanta in this representing the LA Kings, the rival of the San Jose Sharks, so beat LA. The number 54 Dodge Challenger. Winner at Atlanta for the Falls of Honor Quick Trip 500. Flashy McClashy, the winner at New Hampshire, driving the number 77 Boring Company car. Greenwich and Talonflame winner at Canadian Tire and the number 78 Mountain Dew Baja Blast Chevrolet Camaro. And then Winterwolf, the number 88 Toronto Raptors Chevy Camaro, and then Dean P10 in the San Jose Sharks number 8 car. The only Bay Area car to make it into this race compared to the two Toronto cars that made it in. But we will be live in approximately 48 minutes for the All-Star race. Until then, it's up to the fan vote to determine the last driver to make it in. Thank you for tuning in, and we will be back very shortly. Take care, everybody.